Hello everyone, I'm Noah, 30, male, and I once believed my family was unbreakable. My older brother, Caleb, 32, was my idol growing up, my trusted confidant, the one I looked up to most. So when an incredible opportunity to work abroad in Greenland came my way, I didn't think twice about asking Caleb to oversee things back home. The job was a dream fulfilled. I've always been passionate about geography, and this role as a digital mapmaker meant exploring Greenland's rugged landscapes to create precise topographical charts. The work was intense but exhilarating. The catch: I'd be in remote areas with spotty communication, sometimes unreachable for weeks. Before leaving, I granted Caleb power of attorney to manage my finances and property. He seemed genuinely supportive, and we shared an emotional goodbye meal where he expressed how proud he was of me. Looking back, his warmth feels like a betrayal. I dove into life in Greenland, traversing breathtaking terrains and charting icy expanses. Contact with family was scarce due to poor connectivity. For 3 years, Caleb was my primary link to home, as he was the only one available during my rare calls. Time zones and weak signals made it tough, but Caleb kept me updated, assuring me everyone was fine. When my camera, vital for my work, broke, I traveled to Nuuk for repairs and decided to check in online, something I hadn't done in over 2 years except through Caleb. I expected lighthearted updates from loved ones. Instead, I stumbled across a memorial post about myself. My cousin had posted a touching tribute with photos from what appeared to be my funeral. Strangers left comments like, "Taken too soon and rest easy, Noah." My stomach dropped. I thought it was a glitch, maybe a cruel joke or a hacked account, but more posts confirmed it. My mom shared an old photo of me writing, "I think of you every day." I tried calling her, no answer. Caleb's phone went straight to voicemail. In a panic, I messaged my old friend Ethan. He responded, "Is this really you?" After convincing him I was alive, he revealed the truth. Caleb had told everyone I'd died in a hiking accident in Greenland, backed by a forged police report claiming my body was lost in the wilderness. Ethan was livid, saying Caleb had arranged a memorial service and settled my estate at lightning speed. No one doubted him. He was my brother, trusted by all. I spent hours digging deeper. My mom's recent posts mentioned her engagement, with a wedding planned in 2 weeks. It hit me like a ton of bricks. Caleb had erased me so thoroughly that my mom was moving on without me. I booked a flight home the next day, keeping it secret. I wasn't sure how to confront this, but I couldn't let Caleb's deception stand. The flight was a blur. I replayed every moment with Caleb, how I'd trusted him to handle my affairs while I pursued my passion. Those memories now felt tainted. I couldn't sleep, scrolling through condolence messages from people who thought I was gone. At my house, I found the locks changed and my name erased from the mailbox. Caleb ignored my calls. I decided to face him at the wedding. It wasn't a flawless plan, but I needed to see his reaction when his lie unraveled. The 2 weeks before the event were torturous. I stayed in a motel, avoiding anyone who might recognize me, not wanting Caleb to know I was back. I wrestled with how to approach it. Would I yell, confront him physically? I didn't know, but I had to act. On the wedding day, I felt unsteady but determined. The ceremony was at a chapel near our childhood home. I saw familiar faces, relatives, friends, chatting cheerfully, unaware I was alive. I wanted to shout the truth, but waited for the right moment. As the ceremony started, I slipped into the back, unnoticed, scanning the room. My mom sat up front with her fiancé, looking happy yet shadowed by sorrow, likely for me. It broke my heart. Caleb stood near the altar, giving a speech about love and family. His hypocrisy made my blood boil. When the officiant asked for objections, I stepped forward, voice ringing out, "I object because I'm not dead." The room fell silent, then exploded in chaos. My mom gasped, her fiancé looked stunned, and Caleb went white, stumbling into a chair. He stared at me like I was a ghost. My niece Ava, Caleb's daughter, ran to me crying, "Uncle Noah." She hugged me tightly, shaking. Murmurs spread as people pointed, some mistaking me for an imposter. My mom stood, tears falling, asking, "Noah, is it really you?" I nodded, and she ran to me, touching my face before embracing me, sobbing, "I thought you were gone." The officiant tried to regain control, but the wedding halted. Caleb stammered it was a mistake, claiming he'd just learned I was alive and planned to reveal it. I wasn't buying it. I told the crowd I'd been in Greenland, oblivious to Caleb's lies until I saw the memorial posts. I explained, rushing home to expose the truth. Guests were shocked, some horrified, others confused. My mom's fiancé, David, a no-nonsense man, demanded to know who authorized the death certificate and organized the memorial. Caleb's excuses, blaming Greenland authorities, collapsed under scrutiny. Ava's mom, Sarah, Caleb's wife, glared at him, clearly skeptical. Caleb tried to leave, muttering about needing space, but David's friend, a retired officer, blocked him. My mom postponed the ceremony, needing time to process. Guests departed, offering hugs and apologies for believing Caleb. I brushed off Caleb's attempt to talk, saying we'd handle it later. David supported me, telling Caleb to keep his distance. I was exhausted, my mind spinning. Caleb had much to answer for, and this was only the beginning. I was ready to uncover the full scope of his betrayal, no matter how grim. Thank you all for the incredible support on my first post. It's been a lifeline. A lot has happened since I interrupted my mom's wedding, so here's the latest. The wedding was delayed, and I've been staying with my mom and her fiancé, David, who's been a rock. The next day, we met with our family attorney, who was floored to see me alive. Caleb had deceived him too. After hearing my story, he began reviewing Caleb's legal actions over the past 3 years. The discoveries were staggering. Caleb had a forged death certificate, supposedly from Greenland, which he used to sell my property, claiming it was my wish. With power of attorney, no one questioned him. He drained my bank accounts, funneling the money into his own, and took out huge loans in my name, using my death to dodge scrutiny. He bought a high-end car, renovated his house, and started a side venture. Worst of all, he manipulated my mom, borrowing from her savings for my memorial and debts. She's not wealthy, and knowing he preyed on her grief devastated me. The attorney advised a formal investigation. Caleb's actions, forgery, fraud, identity theft, were criminal. As we processed this, Caleb showed up at my mom's house, thinking he could talk his way out. My mom, usually lenient, refused to let him in, demanding the full truth before she'd speak to him. Caleb yelled apologies through the door, even blaming me for putting him in a bind. I stayed silent. His regret was clearly fear of being caught. Later, Sarah called. She'd been quiet at the wedding, but now revealed she'd found a folder labeled Noah's estate with forged documents, including the fake police report. Heartbroken, she apologized for not noticing earlier. I reassured her Caleb had fooled everyone. She's filing for divorce and offered to assist the investigation, which could be crucial. We're navigating the legal mess. The attorney is working to unlock my accounts and trace Caleb's loans. It's a slow process. Emotionally, it's draining. My mom feels guilty for not seeing through Caleb, though I insist she's not to blame. Staying with her and David helps, but the tension is thick. I've been reaching out to friends to confirm I'm alive. Some are overjoyed, others frustrated I didn't stay in touch. I understand their feelings, but Greenland's isolation is hard to convey. I've also reconnected with my ex, Mia. We dated before I left, but parted ways shortly before my trip. She now suspects Caleb spread lies that I was unfaithful, which I wasn't. We're just talking, but her support is a relief. She's even offered to testify if needed. There's more to untangle, but I'll keep you posted. Your support has been everything. Just when I thought Caleb's deception couldn't get worse, we uncovered more. The attorney's investigation revealed our grandfather's inheritance wasn't just a trust. It included significant investments meant to be divided equally between Caleb and me at 28. The payout was worth millions, but Caleb schemed to claim it all. After I left for Greenland, he found inheritance papers at my house, which he was managing. Realizing my death would give him everything, he planned meticulously. He forged emails, created fake permits to portray me as careless, and paid someone to produce a fraudulent police report. The effort was chilling. Shockingly, Caleb wasn't alone. Our longtime family attorney, Richard, helped forge documents, file the death certificate, and move funds to offshore accounts. Caleb's interference went beyond money. He sabotaged my relationship with Mia, sending her fake messages from me, claiming I wanted to end things. She believed them, and I was too consumed with work to notice. He also derailed my career, intercepting job offers and discarding applications after college, making me think I was just unlucky. Learning this made me question everything, every missed opportunity, every broken connection. How much of my life did Caleb shape? The attorney suspects Caleb's resentment stemmed from our grandfather's will, dividing the inheritance equally despite Caleb feeling entitled to more. Still, I can't fathom why my brother, once my hero, despised me so deeply. My mom's heartbroken, betrayed by both Caleb and Richard. She blames herself, though I insist she's not responsible. David has been a rock, reviewing documents and using police contacts to aid our case. Caleb's gone quiet, dodging everyone after his weak excuses. Sarah says he's staying with a friend, only visiting home for clothes or to see Ava. She's furious, having been deceived for years. Ava 10 is struggling. She doesn't fully